Hey, I'm Robert Sorrell with Century 21 Legacy in Johnson City, Tennessee, and I'm here with Nathan Endicott. Nathan, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah. Like Robert said, my name is Nathan Endicott. I'm with Security National Mortgage Company and the Garrison team, and we've been doing loans for a long time and love helping people with the home buying process.
Thank you, Nathan. We know that the mortgage process is a big part in buying a home. And there's a lot of information people can find online.
Mm-hmm.
Dalena and I thought it would be good to talk to you about the best practices and what you think would be good for a first-time home buyer.
Okay.
So first, what are the challenges you see when someone is applying for a loan?
Okay. Well, I would say, specifically to first-time home buyers, it really just comes down to not being familiar with the process and being intimidated by that. Not knowing what to expect, not knowing what's going to come up. So that's a first challenge. I would say another challenge would be, incorrect thinking in thinking that you need to have 20% down, to be able to buy a home. So people save and save and save, or, they can't save and think, okay, well, I can't buy a house, when in fact, that's not true. I mean, there's lots of loans out there, that require, very little down or even no money down. So, those are, that would be my answer to that.
Okay. So how important is the pre-approval process?
Well, I would say pre-approval is very important for a few different reasons. One being, as you know, right now, it's definitely a seller's market, meaning there are more buyers out there than there are homes on the market. And so lots of people I've seen, they'll say, oh, well, I don't need to be pre-approved, or I'm going to wait to get pre-approved once I've found a home. And what ends up happening is, when they do that, they'll find something, and then they'll go ahead and begin the loan process. And by the time they get the green light from their lender, well, that home that they're in love with, it's, either under contract already, or there's multiple offers, and, they have no chance of going under contract. And so then they've got to, begin the process all over again and find something else, get their hopes up, go through all that. Another reason I would say pre-approval is important is it gives you an idea of, what kind of price range you need to be in, what you can expect on a monthly payment, that sort of thing.
Okay. So since we know pre-approval is important, what kind of loans are available for a first-time home buyer?
Well, the one that comes to mind initially is, USDA loan. I hear people say, oh, well, we want that first-time home buyer loan. And that's what they're referring to. USDA is a no money down loan, so you don't have to bring a down payment. It's perfect for folks who have been, renting, they're tired of paying a landlord, not having any control over their home, and, they may not have anything saved. So USDA is great for them.
Okay.
Now, another great one is FHA loan. That one requires very little down. You can get into a home for as little as 3.5% down. So if you do have a little bit in savings, and then it's also on the FHA, it's not regionally specific, whereas the USDA loan is for rural areas. So you've got to, be in a certain area to be able to do that. FHA doesn't have any sort of geographical restrictions. So if you want to be closer to town and you do have a little bit of money saved, you could do that. Another great one, and this is a great loan product, is a VA loan. It's designed for veterans, and there's no money down. It's like the USDA loan in that, so you don't have to pay anything down. VA loans get excellent interest rates, so and rates are at an all 50-year low right now, so they look even better. There's no geographical restrictions, and then there's also no mortgage insurance. So if you're a veteran and you're dreaming of buying a home, I would definitely recommend the VA loan for you.
Okay, and what advice would you give to a first-time home buyer who's seeking out a loan?
What advice would I give? I would say, first and foremost, you've got to start with a realtor, so find a good realtor that you feel comfortable with, that you can talk to and ask questions of, someone that's knowledgeable, knows the process. Secondly, I would say, do your homework, know what you're getting into, sit down and do a budget, get an idea of how much you're comfortable with spending, how much, you may have for a down payment, have an idea of where you're comfortable with your monthly payments. You can start getting some documents together. I mean, there are things like, bank statements, W-2s, pay stubs, that sort of thing that are going to be required of you once you get under contract. So have those together. And my best advice would just be, don't be intimidated by the process. A lot of people put off buying a home because they're afraid of everything that it's going to entail. But, like I said a second ago, rates are at a 50-year low right now. I mean, they're really low. So there's no time like the present. That would be my best advice, is just go for it now. Don't put it off anymore. Don't keep paying rent when you can, go out and buy a home.
Okay, so if someone is considering buying a home, how can they get in touch with you?
A number of ways. You can give me a call. My number is 423-963-9542. You can call, you can text, you can find me on Facebook. And then I've also shared my mobile application with you guys. So when you meet up with borrowers, you can send them that, and they can get the process started.
All right. Well, thanks for chatting with us about the mortgage process.
All right. Thanks, Robert.
Thank you.